On the screen you see the founder of Falun Dafa, Master Li Hongzhi. He is the one who founded Falun Dafa in 1992 and brought it into this world. The principles of Falun Dafa are based on the universal principles of truthfulness, compassion, and tolerance. So, before delving into deeper side of it, let's just see a set of experiments conducted by a Japanese scientist, Masaru Emoto. He did experiments on water crystals, that is the ice crystals. So what he did was that he took a sample of water from different places and different environments, and he tried to send forth thoughts towards it. For example, he took a glass of water, placed it in front of himself, and started expressing very kind thoughts towards it, like Angel, I love you, thank you, and so on. And in other cases, he also played very beautiful music like Silent Nights and so on. And while after doing this, he froze that water and observed the formation of the crystals. So the results are amazing. So he observed that when you have kind thoughts, when you express kind thoughts towards water, like Angel, I love you, I thank you, so on, the crystals formed were very beautiful, as is evidenced in the images here. On another note, he took another sample of the same water, but this time he sent incorrect thoughts or evil thoughts towards them. Like for example, he called this water as devil, or like he expressed thoughts like you are disgusting, I will kill you. And in some cases he exposed the water to heavy metal music like rock and so on. So the outcome of the experiment is again shown here, right? So what this led him to believe, after repeating this experiment ample number of times, is that there is definitely an effect of our thought on the water, right? So even if we consider everything around us as non-living matter, but how is it that our thoughts influence the matter around us? So this is an example which can be repeated. On a similar note, he also replaced this water with 2 samples of boiled rice and repeated the same. Instead of water sample, he had 2 glass jars, closed glass jars. After repeating the same experiment over it, the results were same. The sample that was exposed to kind thoughts stayed fresh even after a week, whereas the one which was exposed to unkind thoughts or evil thoughts, it just rotted away in a couple of days or so. And I believe it is repeatable for everyone to see. So this is something that was done by a non-practitioner of Falun Dafa, right? Just a scientist from Japan, and the results are out there. So what do we infer from this experiment? This experiment, which is a scientific experiment, proves that water has memory and is influenced by its surroundings and the thoughts to which it is exposed. Human body is made up of more than 70% water, as we all know. So what we think throughout the day, 84,000 seconds per day, right? And how much portion of it are we having kind and good thoughts? Most of the time our thoughts are corrupted or contaminated by our surroundings, like television, video games, violent cartoons, interaction with society, so on and so forth. So basically this experiment proves that as long as we maintain truthfulness, compassion, tolerance, which happen to be the basic principles on which Falun Dafa is based, these definitely have a profound effect on our mind and body. So, why did we say this? Because Falun Dafa, which is an ancient cultivation practice of mind and body, which is based on the fundamental universal characteristics of truthfulness, compassion, and tolerance. All right. So, as the experiment proves, as long as we have kind thoughts, we can have a positive effect on the environment and our surroundings. So, this being an advanced cultivation practice of mind and body, it definitely does help people to get cured as well. So, just to revisit Falun Dafa, Falun Dafa is a cultivation system of mind and body. Falun stands for the cosmos, a miniature of the cosmos. Da implies great. Fa implies the laws of the universe. So, Falun Dafa are two Chinese words and they mean the great way of the universe or the cosmos, the great laws of the cosmos. So, Falun Dafa is based on the founding principles of the cosmos, the most fundamental principles: truthfulness, compassion, tolerance. And these happen to be the highest level supreme qualities of the universe. So, Falun Dafa has two components: cultivation of mind and cultivation of body. Cultivation of mind is how we adhere to the principles just mentioned above, whereas cultivation of body has to do with practicing a set of 5 gentle exercises, including meditation, which are helpful in harmonizing the body and lead to a peaceful mind. Falun Dafa being a cultivation system based on the universal principles, it has got nothing to do with religions. It promotes spiritual growth and inner peace. Falun Dafa has been practiced by more than 10 crore people, that is more than 100 million people worldwide, because it's completely, absolutely free of any charges. The reason it is kept free is because it is priceless. So, the founder of Falun Dafa, Master Li Hongzhi, he used to conduct seminars or 9-day lecture series across different cities earlier in China and later on outside China as well. So, the contents of his lectures have been made available for free and categorized into 2 simple books, Falun Gong and Zhuan Falun. Falun Gong happens to be an introductory book with illustrations of the exercises and the explanation of the principles. Zhuan Falun, the core teachings of Falun Dafa lie in this book. It has got 9 lectures which correspond to master's lectures, which happen to be around 2.5 hours daily. So, for beginners, Falun Gong is the book they need to read. Once they understand it, then they can go and read the main book, which is Zhuan Falun. This book, Zhuan Falun, is extraordinary and happens to be a treasure trove which reveals the truth of the universe, matter, space, time, and other aspects like origins and the evolution of human life, other dimensions, and so on. All the books and videos which have been mentioned here, including the exercises, the exercise music, everything are available for free download on this site, falundafa.org. You may find copies of the videos and books in different sites, but it is suggested that we go and download only from this particular site, which is falundafa.org, which is available in multiple languages. So, why is Falun Dafa unique? The uniqueness lies in the fact that It is completely free, first thing. Second is, it has 5 simple gentle exercises which are suitable for people of all ages and all religions, all locations. Falun Dafa does not have any requirements in terms of location, time and direction when exercising or when concluding an exercise. The beauty of Falun Dafa is that it helps cultivate mind and body simultaneously. Cultivation of mind is about following the principles mentioned in the book Zuan Falun, the core teachings of our master. And cultivation of body refers to practicing 5 simple exercises which also include meditation. Practicing Falun Dafa refines a person. So when we say practicing Falun Dafa, it only doesn't mean doing the exercises, but cultivating our mind. So when we do this, even if in certain cases, in certain occasions, a person is not able to do exercises, still Falun Dafa has the ability to refine a person and help him elevate spiritually. And the other fact of Falun Dafa is that here there is no mind intent involved. Mind is not used to direct anything. There is no visualization or any other such aspect. And the followers of Falun Dafa have found that their energy increases drastically in a very short span of time as soon as they take up the cultivation practice. So let's just skim through 5 simple exercises of Falun Dafa, and later on in the description of this video you will also find a link to more details about this, as they have been also introduced in details in the book Falun Gong. And on the website you can find the videos where master himself is demonstrating the exercises. So we can download the video and learn along with the video, or we may learn Falun Dafa by attending online webinars which are completely free of charge and run at different schedules across different regions across the world. So we'll just skim through 5 simple exercises here. The first exercise is called Buddha showing 1000 hands. Gentle stretching and relaxing movements open up all energy channels in the body. So the first exercise where Buddha, which is called Buddha showing 1000 hands, actually has 8 gentle movements. They are basically about stretching and relaxing in different positions. The beauty is that opens up all the energy channels in the body, and it is preferred to do this first exercise always when you start the exercises, and repeat 3 times. The second exercise is Falun standing stance. This can be referred to as standing meditation. It has the effect of enhancing one's energy levels and awakening wisdom, internal wisdom. So in this exercise, we have 4 positions where we need to stand in 4 different stances or positions or postures, and try to endure to the extent possible. The default exercise music which goes along with this exercise is of 13 minutes. So each position can be held for 2.5 minutes. But as you pick up speed, you can go and increase the duration of your exercise to half an hour or even an hour or even above that. So for example, in case of an hour, you would be standing in each of the positions for 15 minutes each. Exercise 3, it's called penetrating the cosmic extremes. This exercise has to do with up and down gliding movements of one's hands. It represents exchanging the external energy, using external energy from the cosmos to purify our body. Exercise 4, Falun Heavenly Circuit. This exercise has a unique feature wherein our hands are traced over the entire body, and following our hand movements, energy flows through the body along the same path. The effect is that it rectifies all the abnormal conditions in our body. People experience getting cured of all kinds of bodily abnormalities in a short period of time. And while doing this exercise, there is an energy field which can be felt by non-practitioners as well, those who are in the vicinity of the practitioner when doing this exercise. Exercise 5 is called Strengthening Divine Powers. This exercise is a sitting meditation, and the meditation in Falun Dafa is completely different from other meditational techniques wherein mind intent is involved. In Falun Dafa, there is no mind intent. The goal is to quieten our mind and ignore all the thoughts and achieve tranquility. The value add is this causes refinement in our body and mind, and this has simple hand movements which can be practiced by looking at the demonstration videos, or fellow practitioners, veteran practitioners can teach this exercise when you visit them. Apart from this, many people have reported seeing very different scenes during this meditation and feeling a sense of calm. This meditation is very unique in that it helps improve or strengthen one's divine powers. People can develop multiple abilities when doing Falun Dafa exercises, but the main thing is it shouldn't be chased. That's a requirement. We shouldn't chase any supernormal abilities. They just happen to develop as we do true cultivation of mind and body. So this is a slide which shows exercise 1. We just see some major points of this exercise wherein all energy channels are opened up at the outset, and new practitioners typically can start experiencing energy in their body and with different sensations as well. Like they will feel warm, and they can experience a unique sensation of there being a very strong energy field. Second exercise, as we just heard about, this enhances energy level. It is still standing exercise wherein, and in each of these Falun Dafa exercises the movements are very gentle, so any person of any age can do it, starting from 3-4 years up to even 100 years. Practitioners are able to do these exercises. The beauty of this is that the whole body will feel relaxed without feeling any fatigue that comes from physical work. And the other thing is, like, for those who are aware of different energy channels, this helps in opening up the entire body, thereby completely enhancing the energy flow within the body. The third exercise, as we just had a look at, it is about gentle hand gliding movements, 9 times up and down, and again 9 times together, alternate as well as together. A great amount of energy is expelled and taken in during this exercise from the cosmos, and within a very short time, practitioner can expel the bad pathogenic chi from his body, and this enables his body to be purified of all the karma and the chi. Exercise 4, which was called Falun Cosmic Orbit or Heavenly Circuit, is about gently tracing the hands over the entire body. and it helps to quickly rectify abnormal conditions in the body. And then each of the movements is slow, unhurried, and gentle. All the details of this can be found in the book and in the videos. So this is just a shallow explanation of the exercise. And the fifth exercise which we just mentioned, the positions are different for men and women. There is a mirror image construct here. This is one of the serene cultivation exercises wherein we cultivate tranquility. The expectation is to keep mind empty, the slight focus on both palms. Even if there are any disturbances, it is best to ignore them and continue. The basic requirement of this is one needs to sit in cross-legged position for at least half an hour. If done lesser than that, it is in vain. It wouldn't add any value. So there are people who have been doing this exercise for 2 hours or even more. So let us see what is Falun. When we say Falun Dafa, Falun is actually a miniature of the cosmos or the universe. So here you see the symbols which come from the Buddhist school as well as the Taoist school. So the one in the center is called swastik in Sanskrit language, or Shrivatsa symbol. There are 5 of them. I mean, the one at top, 2 at the sides, and 1 below. The ones in yellow. These are Shrivatsa symbols, and the other 4 diagonally, which you can see them, black and red and blue and red, they are the Tai Chi symbols. So Falun Dafa is a cultivation system of mind and body, as we are aware. It encompasses principles from Buddhist school as well as Taoist school. So Buddhist school of cultivation has 84,000 ways of cultivation, one of them being Buddhism as a religion. Similarly, Taoist school of cultivation has got 3,600 ways of cultivation. It also has Taoism as a religion. So the emphasis of Buddhist school of cultivation is on compassion, and the emphasis of Taoist school of cultivation is on truthfulness. But Falun Dafa, being an ancient and advanced cultivation system of mind and body, we cultivate tolerance as well. So it takes truthfulness, compassion and tolerance. All 3 are encompassed in our cultivation. So this symbol here represents all of them. And this is just not a symbol. Falun is a living entity. So when you do meditation exercises, you can sometimes witness or see this through your third eye, provided you don't chase it. So in the next slide we will see how it appears. So this is Falun. It rotates clockwise in 9 times and anti-clockwise in 9 times. It rotates perpetually, and it is something which is installed in our body by our master when we take up cultivation. Many people feel the rotation of Falun in their lower abdominal area. That's the place where master installs it in our body in a different dimension. But sensitive people can feel its rotation. And the beauty of this is the structure stays the same. Those who are able to see it through their mind's eye or third eye have been able to see this Falun in different colors. The structure stays the same, whereas the background colors keep changing. So let's see a photograph here which was taken when practitioners were doing the meditation. The white globules which you see around, multiple of them, they are actually Falun, which has been captured by the camera, though not visible to naked eye for non-practitioners. Even among practitioners, it depends on various factors if he is able to say them or not. But the intent is we shouldn't chase it. We shouldn't have intent of seeing a Falun. So we mentioned about Falun. So let's see it in action, how you would see it. Just note that the color also changes in the background, and it rotates 9 times forward and backward. So each of the subcomponents seen there, this is how you would see it. The color may be different. So in addition to Falun, as we said while doing the exercises, there is a large energy field which appears around the practitioner. So in this video here, you will see the energy field which is surrounding this practitioner who is doing the fifth exercise. It is not a glitch of the camera, rather you can notice this. And this is not the only video. You might find multiple videos where people have captured and uploaded on the web or the internet. Makes sense to play the music so that everyone is in sync, and also the timelines are followed. All the exercise music files, videos, everything are available for free download. The other way to learn this is you can register at this site learnfalungong.com, where multiple webinars are scheduled across the world in different languages, all run voluntarily by practitioners. So feel free to reach these sites and learn more about it. So this is just a snap of the learnfalungong.com site. You can see multiple languages are available here for you to register, and it's absolutely free of cost. Now let's come to the other side of reality in China. So as we know, Falun Dafa was founded in 1992 in China by Master Li Hongzhi. For initial few years, when the number of practitioners increased to 70 million to 100 million, during that time CCP found it very good, they promoted it, but later on they felt it as a threat, because almost 90% of people who started following Falun Dafa experienced major health benefits, and because they followed the principles of Falun Dafa based on the highest universal principles of truthfulness, compassion, tolerance, they became very good people. So this is something which upset this CCP. They felt it as a threat because 100 million people is a very huge number, and it was growing very shortly. In a very short time, it gained immense popularity. Because of this, the then president of CCP, Jiang Zemin, he ordered banning it. So on July 20th, 1999, Falun Dafa was banned in China. So it's just like a person is free to do yoga in any countries, right? So is Falun Dafa. But here, despite the practitioners being good people, following the standards of the universe, the principles of the universe, despite that, it has been banned in China. Till date, it is difficult to know how many people have been persecuted and put into prison and their organs harvested. The reason is when when they have banned this in China, they imprison people and torture them, making them give up the practice. The figure on the right shows the rough estimates of the prices of the organs of the practitioners. As I mentioned earlier, all the practitioners, when they do Falun Dafa cultivation practice of mind and body genuinely, thoroughly, they will experience immense health benefits. So CCP has observed this. So they deliberately imprison people once they know that they are followers of Falun Dafa. They imprison them and then they torture them into giving it up. If the person doesn't agree, they will persecute him to death. And in exchange, they would also harvest the organs and sell them at very high prices. So the grim picture is, for a lung transfer, for example, the waiting period might be 6 months or a year in other countries. But if you go to China and ask for a lung or a liver, we need to be aware that it is just made possible or available within a week or so. So how does this happen? Every time an organ transfer happens in China, most of the time, it is by harvesting the organ out of a live and healthy practitioner. He is killed just for the sake of money. So this is the grim reality of CCP, which exists till date. So to get or to show your support for Falun Dafa, there's a site called endccp.com wherein you can find further details. There are YouTube video links here, also available in the description. They detail you all the various aspects of CCP, which is the most sinister party on earth. So you can express your support to this. As you can see, there are 3 million plus people who have signed. This was last week's figure. So this is about Falun Dafa, a brief introduction. Please feel free to download the books Zhuan Falun and Falun Gong, or read them online. You can download them in multiple languages. Also visit this site falundafa.org, again a multilingual website, and or register at this website learnfalungong.com and learn the exercises online taught by veteran practitioners in different languages as